So I want you to really answer this honestly. If you die tonight, what happens financially tomorrow? That's a question that I really want you to answer. Because you say 95% of families can't even answer that question at all. The subject of protection, life insurances, people don't like it. They don't it's not even attracting to people at all. But here's the truth. You can't get away from it. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So today I'm going to unpack for you why it's extremely important for you to consider the subject of life insurance. So now let's go into this for a second, okay? Before I start anything today, I want you guys to understand this. I got a gentleman not so long ago. He woke up 5 o'clock in the morning. Literally told his wife, "Listen, I'm going to work. I will see you this evening. Take care of the kids." Off he goes. He goes on the road on the highway. He had an accident. He died on the spot. This gentleman literally died, leaving behind a wife and two children. These children were actually underage. They were talking like 2 and 3 years old. Here's the sad part about it. He never really protected himself. So he's gone. Now, ready? The mortgage is due. Somebody has to pay the mortgage. Of course, you got to talk about the car notes, because car payment is due. In addition to that, the groceries, don't forget that. The food, the groceries, everything else that you live on planet Earth for that has to do with bills, everything covered. So here's the issue. A lot of us walk around thinking that we're Hercules, we're strong, we're not going to die, so therefore there's no need. But rich people are using this constantly to actually benefit themselves because they don't even look at life insurance anymore as if it's death. They look at life insurance as a way to hide money away, literally from taxes, and they safeguard themselves. So I'm going to unpack to you the reason why. If you're listening to me today, and you don't even have life insurance, or it's not something that's even your radar, or you don't even thinking about it at all, I want you to drop, the word, and comment insurance. Drop it on my life, okay? And I want you to hear me out clearly. Let me also know where you're joining me from, okay? Nikki, Ruptak, Langam. So all of you guys, let me know exactly where you are joining me from, the city and the state or country you're joining me from. So let's get started, okay? You see, before I go into anything, I have a question for you. How many months could your family survive if your paycheck stopped tomorrow? Assuming no money is coming into your household. Zero. Viva Cristo. Let's say nothing is coming in. No check is coming in. No pay is coming in. How long will your family survive without a paycheck coming to the house? Feel free to share with me. I'm curious. And by the way, if you're on, I want you to like this, love this, drive the algorithm, share this with someone you care for, somebody that you love, share this popular live with them so that they can be part of this. Alfred, Eve, every one of you guys, Prom Divine. So my question remains, how many months could your family survive if your paycheck stopped coming tomorrow? How many months? So I'm curious. A, less than 3 months. That means if no money comes into your household for 3 months, nothing but trouble. And by the way, thanks for the likes. For those of you liking, I appreciate that. All right. 2, 3 to 12 months. Or A, B, C, more than 12 months. How long can your family survive without a paycheck? That's what I'm curious about. So you see, I give you A, B, and C. A meaning they can survive for 30 days. B means they can survive A means they can survive for 3 months. No, less than 3 months. B means they can survive between 3 months and 12 months, up to a year. C means they can survive more than 1 year. This is assuming that you passed away. No check is coming to the house. All right, now watch this. As you guys know, and as you guys are interacting with me right here, and I got your message, and I want you thinking about this. This is a true story. It's true story number 2. A husband, a beloved husband. This guy passed away unexpectedly, died. Went to sleep. In his sleep, he died in his sleep. No warning, no preparations, nothing. By the way, I want to encourage every viewer, okay, to share this live and invite more friends. Okay, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you guys. So, a husband went to bed. He never woke up. He slept, never woke up at all. He was gone, just dead, unexpectedly. So now it's time for funeral. Everybody shows up. At the funeral, flowers, prayers, support. But guess what? 30 days later, guess what showed up? The mortgage payments showed up 30 days later. 30 days later, guess what showed up? The car payment shows up 30 days later. The utility bill shows up 30 days later. The credit card showed up 30 days later. Life doesn't stop because somebody dies. It doesn't. The bills doesn't stop because you died. It doesn't. So even when you're gone, somebody still have to clean up. Somebody has to put up with stuff. The payments still have to be made. So you say, I want you to think about this, okay? And feel free to respond to this. How many of you have seen a family struggle financially after losing someone? If you have, just type a yes. Like, have you seen a family, or maybe it's you, like a family actually struggle, like it became really tough for them? Why? Because they lost somebody, and that was absolutely chaotic, like life changed for them. If, by the way, if you experience that, like I said, after the rain, yes, a whole lot of families, there you go. So literally, after the rain just indicated, has seen a lot of family like that. This is not unusual. This is absolutely not unusual. What happened is a lot of us were healthy, were strong. The last thing on anybody's mind is to think death. No, nobody thinks that. In fact, if you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to die tonight, people think you need a checkup from a neck up. That means you're crazy. So it happens, and typically happen unexpectedly, unless, of course, somebody is sick for a long period of time. But the problem is this, though, okay? The problem is this, if I make it very practical for you, that a lot of people are not prepared. They will delay buying insurances because for them, it's not an important item, but they will buy an iPhone, they will get their hair done, they will buy the latest shoes, they will buy all this other stuff, they will buy the most expensive purses, but they won't cover the most important thing, which is their life. It's very weird, very, very weird. If that's you and you're listening to me, make sure you do something about it, okay? Make sure you do. You say, one of the reasons why I got involved in the business, is because when my dad passed away, there was no insurance. That I watched my mom, basically lost everything. And we basically went to a school of hard knocks. Things were very difficult for us. It was very hard. And I experienced that. 3 meals a day was a struggle. Holding my shoes as a kid. That's 8 children in the house. I mean, for a single parent, for a single mother who was struggling, that was rough. That's my story. So nobody had to convince me to get life insurance, at a very young age as a teenager, because it made sense. I lived through it. If you never went through it, you're not thinking about it perhaps, and it's not your fault. But in this live session today, this very popular TikTok live today, I want you now to start thinking, because up to this moment, you can say, I didn't know, but you can't say that anymore. Now you do. So now, watch this. If I gave you $1 million right now, $1 million cold cash, what's the first thing you will pay off? I'm just curious. Type it in the chart. If I gave you $1 million cold cash right now, what would be the first thing you will pay off? I'm just curious. As a matter of fact, I want to read your comments. I want to know what you're going to do with it. Actually, some of you may give me some ideas here. So let me see. I'm curious. Type it in here. What would you do if I gave you $1 million right now? If you're one of those people who are fast with typing, you're technologically savvy, you know how TikTok works and so on and so forth, I want to hear from you. Because you see, as I'm asking, I literally looking to read the comments here. If I give you 1 million, what's the first thing that will pay off? It will be your house. What will you pay off? Your car? Your mortgage? Your business? College? I mean, like literally, like what would you do? I'm really curious. Like what would you do? You say, here's something most people never think about. Most people never think about, like, here's something like, hey, listen, I'm gonna go make, if you give me $1 million right now, I'm making sure that I have a minimum of $10 million in my life. People won't even think about that. A speaker, literally that understands money, and anybody that understands money means if you give me $1 million right now, I'm gonna buy $10 million life insurance on me. Why? Because I want to create a legacy. I want that blessings to continue, and I want to change the last name of my family. That's wealthy people. The average person is thinking about what will I be doing with this money? They think about all of the bills that they have to pay. They're not thinking legacy. They're not thinking after death. They're thinking here and now. Here is the truth about it, okay? You say one thing that everybody needs to understand is we need something we call a producing income. Life insurance is a producing income for you. You don't have to die to use it with the newer version, and you need to make sure that you have that. Because you say, the truth about it is this: you have a warranty on your phone, you have insurance on your house, you have insurance on your car. None of them matter if you don't have your life. Your life is number one. So if something happened tomorrow, who will be affected the most? I'm curious. Who will be affected the most if something happened tomorrow? Will it be your spouse? Will it be your loved children? Could it be your parents? Could it actually be your business partners? Like, who will be like affected the most? Who are you most emotionally invested in? That if you were to die tonight or tomorrow, my God, life will be chaos. Who would that be for you? You see, the reason why I ask this question is because I want your brain to start thinking like the wealthy people think, so that you can start thinking of legacy. Because I want everyone watching this to answer this very honestly. And if you can't post it, answer this to yourself. Okay? What's more important to you? Living your family memories or living your family options? What's more important to you? Living them with debts or living them with cash? What's more important to you? Because you say, whatever it is that you believe in, and whatever it is that you agree to, is exactly what life is going to bring to you. So if you say, I don't care about life insurance, no, then go what? Life gives you, I don't care. If your approach is, I want to take care of me and take care of my family, and make sure my last name continue to perpetuate, life brings you that. Because you say, life is only a mirror of your belief. That's it. Let me say that clearly. I want this to land very softly and very impactful. Life is only a mirror of exactly your belief. So whatever is going on with your life right now, it's you. Guys, you're looking at me right now on this live TikTok. It's impossible to be seeing somebody else, because it's me and it's like a mirror looking at me. By the way, that's life. So if you're living the life that you want right now, it's because internally you believed it. You believed it first, then it manifests second. It's the way it works. So if you think, oh, by the way, I don't care for life insurance, I don't care for legacy, I don't care for any of those things, that is what you're sending to the universe, and that's what the universe will give right back to you. It's a mirror. You can't hide from it. This is one of the biggest secrets of winning in life that most people underestimate. You say, I know that a lot of you guys are joining me from multiple cities, and by the way, Miami in the house, Atlanta in the house, Houston in the house, Chicago in the house, so I know there's a bunch, of people from different parts. Nigeria's in the house, Europe is in there, Asians in the house. I know that people are joining me from all over, all over the world. I'm fully aware of that. But here's the thing though, okay? I'm not asking anybody to buy anything. I haven't asked you to do that. What I'm asking you to do is to think. I want you to be thinking, because financial literacy is not about money, it's about choices. You need to be thinking. And you say, the people who love you and the people that you love, they deserve choices. They do. So I got involved in the insurance business myself, and I spent decades in the life insurance business because I wanted to make a difference and be very impactful to a lot of people. That mattered to me because the life I went through as a kid from age 7 to 14, I really didn't want to have too many people go through that. But I know that if God can do it for me, God can do it for you. Let me bring it to a close, okay? If you'd like me to personally review your family's protection plan, you just simply type family. I'm going to bring this live up. If I know how to do it, I'll figure it out. But I'll post this. And I want you to type in their family. And then I will have definitely one of my brokers to sit down with you to actually go over what you have, and hopefully put you in a better position than they met you. This is very, very important. If you're just joining us, answer the question. If your income disappeared tomorrow, how long will it take for your family to be okay? Listen, I want to thank every one of you guys that joined me today. 200 and something people. This thing will go to thousands multiple times. What 3,000, 4,000 live. It's light today. My time is off. I apologize. Had to rearrange some stuff, but I want to be sure that I show up here today, to talk to you guys today. So, having said that, right, I'm looking forward to hearing your comment, to seeing your comments. And for those of you that feel like your family is deserving of it, you will make the right responses and we'll connect with you, okay? Having said that, work like it's up to you. Pray like it's up to God. Have a phenomenal one, everybody. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Bye, everybody.